Imagine a world over 2.5 millennia ago. A city is being founded on the banks of the Tiber River. This city was Rome, and its founders were Romulus and Remus, legendary twins raised by a she-wolf. As the story goes, Romulus slew his brother in a fit of rage and named the city after himself. Thus, Rome was born in 753 BC, its beginnings steeped in myth and intrigue. In the early years, Rome was ruled by a succession of 7 kings. Each added a unique contribution to the city's development, from politics to infrastructure, setting the foundation for Rome's future greatness. Finally, in 509 BC, the last king was overthrown and the Roman Republic was established. This new government gave power to the people. Senators, magistrates, and assemblies were introduced, marking a significant shift in Rome's political landscape. Thus, the city of Rome was born, destined to become one of the greatest empires in history. With the last king overthrown, Rome became a republic, a state governed by elected representatives. It was a radical shift, a pivot from monarchy to a system where power was to be shared, a system that would go on to influence modern democracies. The republic was a complex machine of governance. At its heart were the Senate and the consuls. The Senate was the advisory body, composed predominantly of patricians, the aristocratic class. It was a forum for debate, a place where decisions were made on matters of state. The consuls, on the other hand, were the executive power. They were 2 in number, elected annually, and they held the highest office in the Republic. They commanded the army, executed laws, and presided over the Senate. In this era of the Republic, Rome would face some of its most significant challenges and victories. One of the pivotal events was the Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars fought against the city-state of Carthage. These wars stretched over more than a century, with Rome ultimately emerging victorious. The Punic Wars not only expanded Rome's territories, but also established it as the dominant power in the Mediterranean. But as the Republic grew in power and influence, so did its internal conflicts. One figure who would become synonymous with this period was Julius Caesar. A military genius and a charismatic leader, Caesar was loved by the people and feared by his political rivals. His rise to power was meteoric, but it was also fraught with controversy. He was named Dictator Perpetuo, Dictator in Perpetuity, a title that went against the very principles of the Republic. His assassination on the Ides of March, a day now forever etched in history, was a turning point. It plunged Rome into a civil war and marked the beginning of the end for the Roman Republic. The death of Julius Caesar marked the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of a new era. An era that would see Rome transform once again, this time into an empire. But that, dear listener, is a tale for another time. In the wake of Caesar's death, his adopted son Octavian rose to power, becoming Rome's first emperor, Augustus. His reign marked the beginning of a period known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. This was a time of relative peace and stability that lasted for over 200 years. It was a golden age for Rome, a time of prosperity and growth. The empire expanded under the rule of various emperors, stretching from Britain in the north all the way to Egypt in the south, and from Spain in the west to Persia in the east. This vast empire was a melting pot of cultures and ideas, and Roman influence was felt in every corner. Under the rule of these emperors, Rome saw a flurry of construction and architectural marvels were erected. The iconic Colosseum, a testament to Rome's grandeur, was built under Emperor Vespasian. It was a spectacle of Roman engineering prowess, a place where the public could witness gladiatorial contests, animal hunts, and dramatic performances. While the empire flourished, a new religion was quietly spreading its roots. Christianity, initially seen as a threat to Roman polytheism, started to gain followers. Emperors like Constantine the Great, who converted to Christianity, played a crucial role in its growth. The Edict of Milan, issued under Constantine's rule, ensured religious tolerance for Christianity within the Roman Empire. But, as the saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. Despite the prosperity and grandeur, the empire was not without its problems. Economic instability, military overspending, and political corruption began to take their toll. The empire was stretching itself too thin, and the cracks were beginning to show. While the Pax Romana was a time of great achievement and expansion for the Roman Empire, it was also a time of change and uncertainty. The empire was evolving, but not without its challenges. The strength of Rome was being tested, and the seeds of decline were being sown within the empire. Despite its prosperity, the seeds of decline were being sown within the empire. In the 3rd century AD, Rome began to crumble from within, plagued by a series of problems. The empire that once dazzled the world with its might and magnificence was now teetering on the brink of collapse. Economic troubles were one of the primary contributors to Rome's downfall. A debased currency, rampant inflation, and a complex tax system destabilized the economy. The once vibrant marketplace of Rome started to lose its luster. Alongside the economic downturn, military issues were also at play. The Roman army, once the epitome of discipline and courage, was now filled with mercenaries who had no loyalty to Rome. The constant threat of invasions and the inability to defend its territories further weakened the empire. But the rot was not just economic and military, it was moral too. The moral decay was evident in the lavish and decadent lifestyles of the rich, while the poor and the slaves suffered. The social fabric that once held Rome together was unraveling. Then came the division of the empire. Split into the east and the west, Rome lost its unity and strength. The Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantium, thrived, while the Western Roman Empire floundered. The final blow came in 410 AD when the Visigoths, a Germanic tribe, sacked Rome. 66 years later, in 476 AD, the last Roman emperor was overthrown. And so the sun set on the glorious Roman Empire, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape our world today. The story of Rome, from its mythical foundation to its dramatic fall, is a tale of ambition, innovation, and resilience. Born from legend, Rome matured into a republic, fostering a unique political system. It then expanded into an empire, showcasing its might and ingenuity. Yet, like all great entities, Rome too had its sunset, illustrating that even the mightiest can fall. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither did it fall in one. Its legacy is a testament to humanity's enduring spirit.